also the second one is the facilities, the technological elements. So for the scientific, we analyzed it and we discussed 4 points: enamel thickness, teeth wearing, and additive approach, load distribution. In this way, you are going to correlate all of them in respecting to the whole 4 points. Then you will be able to do your preparation. The question is that you might ask me, doctor, you were talking about the 0.3 millim in cervically, the enamel thickness is 0.3 millim, and I should reduce only around 0.2 millim after adding or before adding or with the adding. So at least I have to have 0.1 millim in the cervical area. However, researchers, they say that cervically it is a little bit difficult to preserve the enamel at that area, and it could be according to the skill and the plan of the clinician. But the question is that how can I implement through this small size? Then for the second part, look at what I was doing for this very nice and delicate finishing line. It was by using some elements. So I want to share with you how also you could able to do that briefly, very briefly. Look at the finishing line, how they were. So how I can implement the 4 principles of the 4 points of the first scientific element. I can do that by the first one, by the second element of the biomimetic elements, which is the technological. Technologically, so in my events, especially in my courses, I always telling the participants, if you want to say after the course, I should go back home and touch my patient tooth in a very precise way. It's not logic and it's not true, because after information there is something you have to do, which is the practicing. It is not a memory putting in the brain, transferring the data and going like a robot and working on it. No, you should practicing by your hands on the mannequin and doing the patient. Please do not sacrifice the patient's teeth. In the same way, technology do not making miracles for you, but human can do it. So do not think that if I have microscope, a good dental chair, at a very nice loop, or not, or I don't know what, it means that you can do everything. No, you should do that, but they can help you. How? Magnifications, illumination, and other technical improvements, for example, electric handpiece, are of the utmost importance in producing precise natural restorations. So they are helping you to produce very precise. Look, it was shown, look at this research. It was shown in laboratory-based retrospective analysis of dyes for porcelain laminate veneers that more than half, 55% of the preparation performed by general dental practitioners had no clear margin. Actually, I don't like this term. Specialist or general dental practitioners. I can say that the most suitable name or term to be used here by non-professional dentist. You can be a GP and you can be very professional one. So here is not the scope to discuss about the terminology, but performed by non-professional dentists, they had no clear margins. It means that when you are not professional, you don't have a clear margin. You might weird or teared or reduce the tooth structure in a compromised way. That's why technology. Why? Because one is knowledge, Second is technology. The technology, the first one is the magnification. The statement that's important is we can only treat what we can see. Do you think that you can see a very small particle in the tooth structure? We said we have to have 0.1 millim of the enamel. So how you can handle the remaining of the 0.1 millim if you don't have something that's helping you? Look at this article, how said. In fact, the theoretical visual acuity of the human eye is about 17 micromillim. But vision occurring in gaseous environment, air, diffraction and refraction reduced to it's about 5 to 200 micromillim. This is for the ideal. So visual acuity of the human being is around 200 micromillim. In dentistry, this value can be compromised even further by low luminosity in the buccal cavity, by aging, by the focus of your dentist. They have a problem with their neck, back, eyes. So this is for the ideal one. When you do not have the ideal one, of course we do not have, because it will be degrade, as we said, for the physiological. So here is the problem. That's why magnification could help you. Clinical microscope or head-mounted loupes or any loupe, they can help you, and I will share you how they will enlarge, magnify the. I have both of them. Mostly I am using microscope since the beginning of 2017 and February 17. And here microscope, I'm using my loupe at late of 2011, around 2011, at late of 2010, but I changed many loupes. Now I have this one. How is helping me for the area of I cannot do with the microscope. 90% of the work I'm doing by microscope, and the rest of the work is by the loupe. I don't work with the naked eye because I do not trust my eyes to capture or to their visual acuity. Look, the accuracy of the tooth preparation volume can be controlled to 0.1 millim by guidance of TRC. TRC is the tissue restorative space. Guided plate is the wax up. So you can do that. You can conceptually say that I can do that, but practically, if you do not use facility like magnification, you cannot do that. That's why it's important to know that. Look, another statement, however, the time is not sufficient, but I want to share this information because they are supportive for you. The boundary between the healthy and the carious tissue is around 0.3 millim margin. The enamel dental junction also, they are small. So many composition in the tooth structure, they are small. And they are undistinguishable with the naked eye. So you have to use magnification. If you look here, sorry, you have unaided vision. People, as we say, that's around 0.2 millim, while we are dealing with less than 0.1 millim. So what we should is to use magnification, and you can screenshot this slide for you, and or go for the for the article here, how is explaining the using of this magnification alternative, seeing, believing. Okay, so that was the first one, is the magnification. The second one is the handpiece. Most of the dentists are using high-speed handpiece. The high-speed handpiece, they are cutting too much, they are producing heat generation, so they are aggressive, and biologically they are not acceptable. The electric or electronic handpiece, or in the bioaesthetic of oral rehabilitation book, it's called red line. In Galib Gurel book, it termed electronic handpiece. In other book, any term. Many of the references, they preferring to use it. Why? Look, certain handpiece differ from the traditional air turbine and operate more concentrically, allowing enhanced speed control. You can reduce according to the step demand that you want, such as in the use of high torque, low speed electric handpiece. High torque, low speed electric handpiece. Again, the use of electric handpiece, which offer higher torque and smoother cutting, has also been proposed to improve cutting efficiency and minimizing heat generation. So it is conservative and is going to reduce the heat generation. So for the integrity of the tooth is also important. The second thing is handpiece. Fortunately, the one who is not using the high-ranked dental chair, they can also adapt this electronic by their adapter from the. I used before a few years. I was using the Coxo on my Chinese dental chair, and after I bought my Sirona dental chair, no need for the adaptation. When I was preparing the slide, I was reading for this presentation. There was a rainy day, so I recorded. I was in front of my window. I recorded this nice video. I like it to share with you. As a rest, it was interval time. So the final thing for the biomimetic, a technological element, is the set of cutting burrs. We said we should know the thickness of the enamel. Okay. So when you want to element, you have to magnify with a microscope. Okay. What else I should know? I should have a kit of special kit of burr of knowing diameter. If I don't have it, and this is what I am using, is from Jota efficient veneer kit, prep kit, and recently we will have my own burr set of kit, which is guide set kit, porcelain laminate burr. So you have also a set of cutting burrs and the special cutting burrs, and you should know their diameter.